In this video, we're going to talk about doing path of travel. So Revit has a path of travel, so I'm going to show you two different ways to do this. So we're just going to do a path of travel from this corner, out to here, um, out to here. And so if you go to your Analyze, Revit does have a path of travel. So you can click on this guy, and you can come in and go from here to here, and it will give you the shortest path of travel. Now, oftentimes they're going to make you do the longest along the edge. So once you have this path of travel line, you can pick it and add a waypoint. So if I add like a waypoint here, I can then pick that and move it, right? And this one may be fine, but you can go add more waypoints, right? So I could add another waypoint here and kind of pull that out to there, right? And it starts to do that. And then you can start to sort of adjust these guys so as you would like. So if I add another waypoint here, right, I can pull that kind of out to there, and it'll start to adjust those based on where your exit is. So you can definitely do that. The other way you can do it is the way that we were talking about doing this guy. And so what you would do is come in and create an annotation, detail line type. So again, you would go to your Manage and Additional Settings and Line Styles, and you would add a new subcategory, and we'll call this Path of Travel. And click OK, and it will add that path of travel, right? You can see that there are path of travel lines already, right? That's this one, so you could update, what that looks like here. But this is going to be a separate one, path of travel, and I'll make it, let's make it pretty thick too. I'll make it a 10, and I'll make it red. And let's make it let's just make it a dashed dot. Okay. And so now if I wanted to do it manually, I could go in and I could go to Annotate and Detail Line, and I can pick that path of travel line that I created here. And you could go in and use the pick line and offset walls. So for example, if I go to pick and I go to the offset, I can say I want this to be offset by 2 feet, right? And I can come in and it'll start offsetting that, right, by 2 feet. So you can kind of create your path of travel that way. And like that. And maybe like that. And sort of trim it out. And move it around, as you need. Right? Maybe this one slants a little bit to there. And you can do the path of travel that way. You can also go in and go to Annotate, and there are symbols, and you can use a north arrow to create a symbol, or you can load family, and if you go to annotations, let's see if they have an arrow. Let's go up. Yeah, they don't have one in the default. Let's look and see if they have one in the architectural. They don't have an arrow. So what you can do is, if I place that north arrow there, I can go and edit that family, right? And let's say I don't want the circle, right? And I just wanted the arrowhead. And then maybe you would have to create maybe a red fill for this. So if I go to Create and I go to Filled Region, and I'll just pick these lines, and I'll edit the type, and I'll make it a solid fill, and I'll make it red. Okay. and check, and then I'll just do a file save as. So file save as family, and I'll put that in my custom library under annotations, and I'll just name it arrow 1. Okay, save that, and then I can load that into project and close, right? And then I'll go back to my life safety, and if I go to the annotate and symbol, right, there's my arrow. So if you hit the space bar, you can kind of adjust, where that arrow is pointing, right? And do something like that. Okay. So those are your options. You would also do the same thing for this legend, as you would for the, let's go ahead and delete the north arrow, for the other legends. Okay.